Athletics. Today we're going to talk about how to set up your Concept2 bike so you're going to be the most efficient in class when we start to see these in workouts. First thing we're going to talk about is the saddle. A little background on myself, I used to be a spin instructor for a few years, and so if I get a little bit passionate about this, that's where that stems from. In terms of saddle height, quickest way to figure it out is lifting your leg up. Here you want it to be roughly hip height. For myself, this is just a tad too high, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop it down a notch. Now let's talk about the handlebars. Here, a lot of it's going to be personal preference. If you're trying to translate this to something you would do outside, let's say a triathlon, trying to be super aerodynamic, you're going to want your handlebar height to be level with your saddle. If you've got any history of lower back pain or are recovering from any sort of back injury, you might want to consider lifting that up a little bit. That'll take some of the tension off of your back, give you a much higher upright position. Once you've got those two things settled, one of the quickest ways to figure out if you're in the right position is just start pedaling. Here, if you started to find that you're shifting over, you really feel like you're reaching towards the bottom, your saddle's probably a little bit too high. Second thing to take note is if you can lock out your knee perfectly at the bottom, like that, you're definitely too high. You want to make sure you always have a soft bend in your knee. This way, as you pedal, you have nice continuous circles. It's going to be the most efficient. With your handlebars, you'll notice that there's 3 different positions that you can utilize. Most people are going to be right here, nice aerodynamic. Aerodynamic, again, translating to what you would utilize in a triathlon where they've got the aero bars keeping them out front. Here we want to make sure that our posture is nice and tall. If we start to tuck our chin or slouch, it's very comparable to if you're doing a front squat. When you drop your head, you drop your chest. Your movement pattern's not efficient, you'll probably drop the bar. Here, what you're doing by collapsing is you're closing off your chest. You're not able to breathe as efficiently. So I just stay nice and tall, gonna look straight ahead, because if I'm on a road and I look at the ground, probably gonna run into something. Other 2 handlebar positions, down here, again, it's gonna be very similar to those aero bars you might see on a road bike. Some of them even have those curled handlebars. It's just a way to get a little bit lower, a little bit more efficient. While these top ones are going to be more so for the end of a sprint or a climb, where you see athletes getting up and out of the saddle, they're able to lean into it a little bit more, really get that momentum going. The only thing to keep in mind about that is once you get out of the saddle, yes, it does give your quads a break, but the second you sit back down, they're going to wake up again and you're going to realize it real fast. Try to stay in the saddle as long as possible. Save that little bit of push for the very end. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoy your workout.